two-time governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, to speak with us about burning political issues in Nigeria. Dr. Fayose, thank you so much for coming on board. How are you today?
Very well. Good afternoon, Nigerians.
Yes, once again, thank you for your time. And let's start by looking at the insecurity in Nigeria today.
The what?
Let's start. Today we're asking our questions from the insecurity rock Nigeria today, which you've also a bit vocal about. Let's start with the farmer elders crisis rocking the South-West region. As governor, what is your take on the farmer elders crisis rocking the South-West as of today?
Like you just said, vocal issues in Nigeria. And I hope one day I will have the opportunity to lead this country and solve these problems. This problem did not start today. By the actives, the nonchalant position of leadership, you will have this many more. We have to play lip service. There is no country. The moment it's insecurity, there is no country. I've said it over and over. I have talked about it. I was governor of Ekiti. I enacted a law, not an executive order. We took time to sensitize Nigerians. We took time to sensitize Ekiti people. We told them that this thing will snowball to what we will all not be able to handle one day. When you commit crime and people are seeing it as ethical issues, religious sentiments come into play, it is great danger for all involved. Criminality must be treated as criminality. I always ask a question. When you say it is elders farmers crisis, it's not elders farmers crisis. When you don't go to the farm is a fixed entity. The farm has been before the cows. The farm will remain there forever. It's a fixed entity. The issues are so that we will not go into hunger. Who comes to farm there is the issue. We should call it elders invasion. It's an invasion. We know when we do good, we know when we do right. Whether it's a Yoruba man that is committing that crime, it should be addressed as a crime. You want to make profit from cattle rearing? Don't feed on another man's livelihood to get earnings, either by planting, by selling the proceeds and making money. It's not elders, farmers issue. It's an invasion. An invasion coming to where I have planted my maize for harvest in due date. Somebody brings in cows and feed on these plants. That is criminality. That is, we must put down our feet. I was watching a film today, a video clip today, when something like this happened in Ghana. The leadership of the country took very decisive position. They stamped it out of their system. I was listening to Governor of Kano State. And at this junction, before I talk about Governor Kano's comments, my brother, I have personally criticized the president. I have said everything humanly possible. I have made up my mind. I will hardly criticize him. There's no point. Because what you say, you will not see changes. Therefore, the next level of leadership is governance. Nigerian governors must stand up and save this country. Forget AMC, forget PDP. It's a country that we owe. It causes me to wonder when two governors are now turning these serious issues into personal conflicts. Rather than, please, APC governor, PDP governor, how do we resolve this matter? The people voted for us to secure them. They voted for us to ensure the safety of this country. If Mr. President is found wanting, should the governors be found wanting? There is economic council. Don't come to economic council. Don't come to security council with agenda of PDP or agenda of APC. Nigerians doesn't know, security doesn't know APC, security doesn't know PDP. If the country, if Nigerian governors can come sincerely, take position. Don't come and tell us I'm a Yoruba man, I'm a Fulani man. This has been the style of Fulani. We've always lived with Fulani people. Most of our past presidents are Fulanis. We've never had this bad. When you want to slaughter a man in place of cow, lands that you both agree peacefully to be living together, you graciously give lands to people in the north. You graciously give lands to people in the south. How did we get here? Nigerian governors must take responsibility of our country. They must bury their differences. Governor Kano is an APC man. What's APC got to do with the security? Slaughtering the throat of a fellow human being. He said, it is time for cattle herders to come back, do ranches. If the situation of yesteryears, where cows, why did we not have goats in Ikoyi? Why do we not have stray pigs, dirty pigs in Ikoyi? All these big people are there in VI. They are in Abuja enjoying. When you are going on the road to Abuja, do you see goats? It's inappropriate. It's in this. We go to Dubai. They are people tells us that they are gentlemen, finance. They don't want to say anything that is wrong. They are perform this miracle. I don't know, mind whatever you to me. The moment this APCP is still the agenda at every meeting, we will be zoomed one day soon. Ever before. You see a Yoruba man, or Igbo man, or Hausa man, they are on edge for each other. If you see somebody riding on Lagos, you are suspicious. If an Igbo man is a gate man, or is that, there are issues. Beyond the security issues, we have hate. And this government, sincerely with all humility, should address. They only talk about hate. They don't deal with hate. Hate is the one issue. If a president destroys an economy, governor destroys an economy, you might find an economist, a man with a good heart tomorrow to come and build that economy. The man can come and work for his people and make a difference. When you destroy the fabrics of our country by these security lapses founded on my ethnic issues, when some people sit to believe and sit back and say, well, all the positions are for a particular tribe. That is inordinate. It's unfair. The body language of leaders is what is causing all these problems. If my body language allows for criminality and protection from criminality, it's going to be worse than I can handle. Today is President Buhari. Tomorrow it may be me. It might be somebody else. It might be a Yoruba man. It might be a woman. This country, we have been together for too long to allow the 1-term, 2-term tenure presidents, 3-term tenure, whatever, to destroy the fabric of our peace. May I say here again, we are close to a civil war if Nigerian governors fail to take responsibility. Take it or leave it. You will wake up to this problem one day and you will not be able to solve it. When you had the answers, it started little by little. The governor today rolls out soldiers, police. They want to quash, let me use that word, any protest. One day, if we don't sit back and remember the importance of Nigeria, all the rich will cry. they will bleed. You might be a day, this problem will happen. There will be no aircraft for you to escape. We are getting close, and we should be careful. For now, yeah, go ahead.
For someone like you, who has been in the government, who has been a politician for a long while, who has been a two-time governor, saying that we are on the brink of another civil war in this century, what do you know that we don't know?
When I said we're on the brink of a civil war, what happened in Ibadan, Monija, recently? What do you call that? What happens in Kaduna on a daily basis? What do you call that? What happened in Rwanda is not far from what is happening in Nigeria. And like I said to you, it takes a leader with good heart, a leader of courage to tell your son, your wife, you are wrong, the outsider is right. It takes a good leader. It takes a leader to say, stop. Do you remember the failure of President Trump to stop the problem that happened in the
Capitol Hill, right?
Right. Caused the whole damage. Set America backward. Except for the systemic powers that has been entrenched in America, it would have been a different story. And you don't come as president and suppress a lot of fundamental rights of people. You don't live as a party, any party that is practicing this, whether it's APC or PDC, they should stop. Presidents are things that are dangerous. If you say Fayose is bad, my son should be better. His own son should be better than him. Whatever is not done right yesterday, we should not slide back into anarchy. We're in anarchy already. You see, insecurity has worsened our financial situation, our economy. Insecurity has destroyed it. Today, food is so expensive, very expensive, because people are scared to go to the farm. People are afraid, even when it's a market day in local communities, when people can bring their foods, there will be enough competition to reduce the market forces to reduce the cost. It is to the contrary today. And at the end of the day, it is the common man that would suffer. When you call the price of anything for any big man, he will say, okay, pay them. What about the common man on the street who is helpless? Who could hardly find 1 meal per day? Let me tell you a pathetic story. Today, I have a Tyler working in my house. They came, 2 of them are from Togo. I'm telling you issue about 10 days ago. They are brothers, biological brothers. So they called one of them that they want him to come home. And I said, okay, one should go, the other one should wait because I don't want the job left. The guy left us at 12 o'clock. His brother expected that he would have arrived to go around 8. They started calling his number for more than 4 days. We couldn't reach him again. He couldn't get home, and we couldn't find him here. Everybody was worried. The guy working with me became worried. He couldn't continue. Their mother at home worried. The 4th day, they called the guy through. The phone went through. Can I tell you the experience of that guy? The guy said, I took a vehicle to Idiroko from Sango. On the way, they caused the 4 passengers in the vehicle to sleep. The 4 passengers slept before they got to their destination. They were driven into an unknown destination. The guy's experience is worse than a kidnapper's one. Oh. He said he found close to 70 people in that halt. They pee on themselves, they do everything on themselves. Funny enough, majority of them are lean and they take them to kill every day with new set of people coming. I am telling you a true life story. The guy now said, whether it was God that came on the 4th day. It said as they were entering, when they finally allowed them to wake, they took all their phones. They now asked him, "Where are you from?" He said, "You are from Togo. On the 4th day, you are poor people. This one is useless. Carry your bag. How much is there?" The guy said he has 80,000. They collected the money, gave him his phone, which apparently, when the guy left the place, traveled for almost 40 minutes to inside the bush. He doesn't know where he was going until he came to a village and saw an Okada. He now put on his phone. His phone rang. His brother picked the phone from his brother. "Where are you? Where are you?" The guy said, "I can't talk where I am. Let me just get to safety. But I don't have any money." The brother had to pay the Okada man by transfer 1,000 naira and beg him to take him to where he can get a vehicle. I just want you to see that. And the boy confirmed that they slaughter people every day. You see them slaughtering. Where are we going? It's gotten so bad and painful. I'm not prepared to say President Buhari is bad or good. I am begging the president, begging Nigerian governors, let us find a common ground. If not, Nigeria will become history in due time. Let me come very quickly. Like I said to you, if people say they can, we have economy, this security would be worse. And Nigeria, if anything goes wrong, will never be rebuilt. Majority of the leaders are looking away now. They have their own private abode elsewhere outside Nigeria. Their children are abroad. I have said it, and I'm not putting myself above, but none of my children schooled abroad. All my children are in this country. So I'm not giving examples that I am not practicing. So, and I'm not condemning anybody sending their children abroad. I'm only saying that this country is overburdened, it's in crisis, and please, 2023 is still far. Let's put that under the table. And lastly, let us call for dialogue. Dialogue. When I was governor, I called Mayati Allah to the government house. I called the farmers to the government house. We sent up joint monitor. When I was governor, I called Mayati Allah into government house. Okay. Their leadership came from a... Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I'm listening.
Their leadership came into government house. I gave them accommodation. I didn't say they are not Fulanis. I didn't say I saw them as a way forward. Some people are acting ignorant sometimes. Some people are told when you kill, you will find 7 points waiting for you in hell. No, I don't want to say heaven. It's as shameful as that. A lot of people's brain are being turned the other way around. They are given to reprobate minds already. They have no powers to think right. That's why they waste life. I was watching a video. A man who is a leftist cutting the neck of a woman with a left hand. I've never seen that. I'm equally scared to see such videos. So, for the blood of the innocent that is flowing, I appeal to Nigerian governors, bury your differences, stop fighting yourself. There's a country before you can become governor. There's a country before you can become governor. And like I said, the sanctity of the electoral process, the sanctity, a situation where the government will continue to respect the people. When you respect the people, you can only respect the people when you come in through the ballot box. If you don't come through the ballot, you just do whatever you want to do. People can be dying, people can be killed. It won't bother you. So for us as Nigerians, for us as leaders, it is time to call a conference. We can put it on table. Who should we invite? Who should come? So that we can dialogue. If you don't talk, we're bottling things forever. There will be issue. This issue, you will not be able to manage it. Whoever wins that war will not be as important as it is gone forever. So, roundtable talk, call Sunday Igboho. Sometimes you relate to a man in the level of his capacity. Our capacities might not be the same. That was why they voted you as a man of better capacity. Get the Hausa communities, all of them. How would the governor not go to that scene until that much of damage has been done and is sustained? And a week, another one happened at Moniya. That is not being proactive. You might be in PDP, we must tell you the truth. If you don't pay attention to government, the fact that a man has money does not make him a good governor. The fact that a man is young does not make him a good governor. We have gone through our times. I was governor at 42. If you see very well, if we continue like this in Oyo State, we are not far from the wide west. And it's becoming like that. If a governor of Oyo State, in quotes, fails to be proactive and pay attention to the welfare of his people, the security of his people, he himself will be the reasons and the essence of the consumption, or reasons for that problem. I told Governor Seyi Makinde, you can do this, you can do this, you can do. He said, no, you don't need that. What do we need that for? If somebody wants to be governor, let him go through the ballot box. I just kept quiet. I am not going to run your state for you, but we are leaders. I left office. I became governor in 2003. I've said it repeatedly. And I left office in 2018. Governor Makinde became governor in 2019. That means he will probably be 32 or 33 years when I was governor. We have sense here to advise. The fact that you are governor, what does that mean? What does that? When you see a masquerade, listen to this. When you see a masquerade will never dress for himself. People will dress, his friends, people will dress for the masquerade. When the masquerade gets out there and starts flogging those people, you don't know the name of the masquerade. You don't know his face. You just know masquerade always comes from the neighborhood. And that masquerade gets out there and starts flogging people that dress for him. They will tell him, Taju, be careful. It's me. Oh. When you flog again, Taju say, you are Taju. People know Taju in the area. Governor Makinde is sliding. And I'm praying that PDP wins that state back with his style. That style will not save the party there. So I am saying it very clearly that when you give opportunity to people, you need to get wisdom, you need to get understanding, you need to get everything to do it. It's paying attention more in politics. What he wants to rule in the West, maybe he wants to be ruler of the West than the people. That is why his popularity is dwindling every day. I am his father politically. If my son comes out and is a governor, I get up for him. Does that mean that's my leader? You see a judge who's a woman, the husband like Bolage, a lawyer. When he gets before the judge, he says, my Lord, my Lord. Does that mean the wife is the Lord? So he should tell Governor Makinde he should tread cautiously, very cautiously. When we tell you we will make trouble with you, we will, definitely. My name is Ayo Peter Fayose. I don't joke. When you start trouble, it's better for you to stop. And pay attention to these governance. You are only about 1.5 years into governance. How many fronts would you open? How many fronts? This small me, you can't handle me. You can't. So I want to expressly give him counsel. Go and secure the people of your state. It's becoming one too many. When even in the case of Ondo State, did you see things get that bad? Even where a traditional ruler was stolen, was killed. I think we need to add to his age and his wisdom for him to be a good governor. Right now, he's not a good governor.
Now,
so my position is what I've told you.
I'm listening. Sorry to cut you short.
Okay, then you have asked questions. For me, the likes of Sunday Igboho, you can call him a thug, you can call him whatever name. There is always
that was my next question. That do you actually embrace his ways to try to find a solution to this crisis? Do you embrace his ways? A nod to his ways for him to actually try to quench this crisis that is happening in the South-West?
Are you talking about Governor Makinde or Sunday Igboho?
Sunday Igboho, are you embracing the way he's going about everything?
Can I say this to you? The issue is not about Sunday Igboho in the circumstance. The issue is about the leader. If I begin to fight my gate man, for instance, would they see a difference? The governor must have a carrot and stick. When we go to traditional rulers' palaces, we prostrate. When we get out there and we say, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, it takes humility for you to govern the people. Sometimes a child deserves a cane. You don't bring the cane, you rather use another method so that the child will know that the day you bring the cane, that child will know the difference. I am telling you, look at Moniya, look at the level of destruction in Moniya before Governor Makinde came. Would you say that we want to tell me that was right? When they killed somebody in Okakoirele, I was there same day. I left Abuja, I went there straight. I slept in that community. The CP had no choice than to provide security in the neighborhood. They saw me as a serious governor. And I told all farmers, take your cows, take your cows to appropriate places. You can't rear cows in the afternoon in my state. If you're going to another state, you move them by vehicle. When you are walking, you now leave damages here. And the Mayatiala people, they agreed with me in total. They adopted my laws. They said we agreed to set up a committee between the farmers, and other stakeholders where there will be conflict resolution. And we both agreed the moment you commit crime, we must prosecute you. I prosecuted, I got judgment against six people who are involved, not for reasons of their background, not for reasons of their ethnic background, but because they are criminal. Not all these Fulani things we are talking about. Does it mean a lot of Fulani friends of mine? I have a friend, Aligaruba, from Malufashi. Does it mean he's a criminal? No. If anybody they are killing today could be at least son. Anybody can run into them. So we don't stigmatize. Maybe because of the silence of certain people has caused them being stigmatized. But I am glad lately they said criminal elements of the Fulani, criminal elements of the Yoruba extraction, criminal elements of the Eastern extraction. A crime is a crime. It doesn't matter who committed such a crime. This country needs peace. This country needs a leader that can at least rally all of us. We won't be asking for water. We won't be asking who the president of Nigeria is if things are going. We know it's not an easy task. We won't be asking who the president is. Nobody will say you should do second term, or even if you are in another party, the moment you are doing well, good work speaks for itself. But silence in evil times is worse in life than any other thing. When the leader is quiet, when you see clearly this is evil, that leader must go for it. That leader
Now,
must go.
let's talk about one of your party members, who is the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Muhammad. In a recent interview, he actually defended the elders, saying that, well, they could carry AK-47 and live in any part of the country. I'm sure you actually saw that news. How do you feel about such a statement?
Then I didn't hear that from him. Because it grieved my heart. For Yoruba man, for instance, we say you should carry even double barrel because you are rearing goats. It's a sad development. He's a good brother, he's a good friend, but that's a sad development. I remember that when this government came, the Inspector General of Police ordered that everybody must submit their arms. And everybody submitted their arms. My brother, how can a sitting governor say that? Whether it's APC governor or PDP governor is condemnable. Whether it's a Yoruba man carrying gun, carrying this, if we allow that in Nigeria, it will be another sad news for our country. Let me just pretend I didn't hear. Let me pretend I didn't hear also, because I'm not wearing earpiece, so I didn't hear you in that one. Because if you are a leader, a governor at that level, do you know people follow, till today, people follow me for my own pronouncements? On my Twitter handle, is close to 1.5 million people follow me for me to now say carry gun. Then I have destroyed the country. Forget about our political lineage. When I speak, this program that we are doing now, a number of people will be listening to me. What has Fayose got to say? For and against. And I will now state this in front of Nigerians and say, you can carry gun. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I didn't answer the question. Just let Nigerians know that I didn't hear.
Then, still speaking a bit about Sunday Igboho and his methods. Now we also have Sheikh Gumi in the north, who also has his own methods, whereby he's calling for amnesty for bandits. What do you think about his call for amnesty for bandits and the way he's going about it, especially in comparison to what Sunday Igboho is doing here in the West?
You see, I don't want to be dragged into comparing North and South. I want to compare unholy statements.
Okay, then let's talk about what Sheikh Gumi is doing.
I will answer you. I just want you to see from.
Okay.
If I am a leader, I'm leader for the Yorubas, for the Igbos, for the Hausas, for everybody living under my watch. Mm-hmm. Most of my friends who are Hausas are Fulanis, and nothing can separate us. My friends in the East love me so much. Excuse me, in the house of a powerful man, there are so many different characters in the house of a powerful man. This is the story in Nigeria. But the whole thing boils down to the capacity of leader to arrange all these, the ones that are ambitious, the ones that are very restless, the one that talks anyhow. You need to rally, set machinery in motion to checkmate. How can we have a country that people just open their mouth and say certain things? Like the one you just said. If we are talking about Sunday Igboho and Gumi, what do we say about when you said the sitting governor says they can carry gun? What's left? There's nothing left. Then let me tell you again, very quickly. The things we sow today, if they germinate, children yet unborn they will not greet each other. Danger. And we must be careful. We must watch it. I will still go back to what I said earlier. Nigerian governors, please come together. If we say the president is not doing well, you cannot say you are no old people. Majority of governors today are looking for where they will fly to. Some of them, if they have a problem, EFCC, they want to look for how to cover it. Like my friend Akpabio. They want to know how to cover it. You understand? When you are a criminal, you should be treated as one. The government must not have sacred cows. Having sacred cows is why we have all these problems. And let me round that up by telling you, abduction of students in the schools has become a business between the army, the security agencies, and the communities and certain individuals. When they tell us that they are not paying ransom, who is fooling who? You are talking to us now. We are masters of the game. You are not paying ransom. What are you paying? Where did you know the address that you went to meet them? Which postal address did you post letter? Boko Haram, please, where are you? You want to go and collect? Where were they? Students, 200 students sometimes, 300 students. Do they pack them inside Ghana Moscow? It's an understanding to look away. This security thing they are doing now is chop by chop. This one will come and say, no problem. I will quash Boko Haram in what Boko Haram to. They are now doing business with our troops. Business. It is people they want to sacrifice, they sacrifice. My name is Fayose. I'm not going to run away from this country. I'm not scared of anything. But I've always told our people, posterity will judge all of us. After all, General Absalam, A.A. Absalam, former head of state, definitely must be a Fulani man, if I'm not making a mistake. We had peace. General Murtala Mohammed, we had peace. They are Fulani people. It's not a function of Fulani, it's a function of individuals that are covering evil. They are covering evil. When you cover evil, evil must rear its head out. It's like an air. It would find its way. Water will find its level. You cannot bottle evil forever. That's why you have all these problems. The federal government can take steps the way they are stamped. They say they want to stamp out corruption in quotes. The federal government can equally say, anybody found in this kind of manner, this, that, do this. Except that I see an agenda that is beyond the ordinary. I should not be afraid of a criminal. As a governor, as a president, if you are not careful, they will destroy your name. How do you trace ransom to a traditional ruler collecting ransom on behalf of criminals? I remember when they arrested this guy in Magodo.
Even.
How many people has been arrested like that? He's playing to the gallery. When calls come, release that man. Release him. These are issues. Go ahead. Let me.
Like you just stated that abduction of students in the north is a business. Like every business venture, there's always this potential space to expand. Do you think that if we expand to the east, to the south, do you share that fear?
Do you know, even 2 years ago, it wasn't a bad situation in the West. This crisis was not so bad in the West about 2-3 years ago. It's spreading. That was why I was telling you that in no time, you're playing with fire. Let me go a little further for you. When they said Chibok girls were stolen, I was one of the people wondering, did they bring trailer? At least they will start the engine of the trailer. They will put something for them to climb up. They will load them. No soldier, no police, my brother. It's strange. And even when you look at the condition of the schools, you ask questions. When somebody is coming even to a normal street to take people or to commit crime or to rob, It's always not an easy journey. It's not an easy task. Not to say you pack 80. When it's not sardine, even sardine, they will set it well. This one is business. It's a look away business. This one, everybody knows how many dollars they are getting. Oh, no loss. We can't continue to believe this story. And the next thing is Lai Mohammed will come and tell us, that we are not paying ransom. What does he know? He himself. What does he know? But he has to talk. It's been the practice. I remember Majority Minister of Information and Minister of Misinformation. If he doesn't talk now, he doesn't want to lose his job. So I understand his plight. So no ransom, sir. I call him Mr. No Ransom now. No ransom. So, and who met those people? Do you remember Madam Mama, they call Mama something, Mama Boko Haram or Mama something? Yeah, will go there. Those things are planned out before this starts. They expected the ransom. Everybody knows what they will get. Who is fooling who? When they want to stamp out in the South, this bunkering, has it not reduced? Has bunkering not reduced? Nigerian government knows if they want to stop this nonsense. They know it. If I'm president of Nigeria, I will stop it. I will stop it. The loss will be very firm. The loss will be very firm. When you don't get out of it, you will never do it again. How do you call for amnesty for Boko Haram? How? Look at what they did to these young people. Look at how they tied people. How many? My brother, I'm confused. I sometimes ask myself, maybe we are in another country that's not Nigeria again. You see a petty thief, for instance, let me use that word, or innocent students struggling to say we don't have job, we are protesting. You go and treat them as if they are common criminals. Excuse me. Have you ever seen? Let me go back to the Nigerian army. Have you ever seen that army in all over the world, they will be doing media campaign? So people will carry placard. The Nigerian army is doing well. Like this man that just left, carry placard. Have you seen it in London? They are under authority. They are not supposed to be heard. It's shameful. It's worrisome. And they've gotten their reward now, the ambassador, but they should not bring them to countries like UK because they will reject them. It's not bring them to certain countries. So, no, because it's shameful. I remember when they wanted to make one of our leaders, one leader that I know, ambassador in a country. It was because of the profile of his son that committed a crime. They said, we don't want you. Any country they send those people, they should reject them. They have blood in their hands. My name is Fayose. They have blood in their hands. They have killed too many innocent people in Nigeria. Either a Yoruba man killing, either Igbo killing, either another man killing, there's blood in our hands. And those aiding leaders to do evil, those aiding leaders to do evil, their time will come. Their time.
Now,
but I will soon go.
Sorry, we'll round off. Sorry, we'll round off before 6. Yes, thank you so much for your time. But just to clear, because some people feel that you've been so vocal against the governor of Oyo State. So some believe that there's probably a bone of contention among you two. Just to clear the air, is there any bone of contention among you and governor of Oyo State?
He's the one to tell you if there's bone of contention. He's the one to tell you, I said I'm a former governor. In this West, I'm his brother, I'm his father. You understand? When Asiwaju wants to see Governor Sanwo-Olu, he goes to him. Let me tell you today, when Governor Makinde was to contest, I was the one that presented the flag to him and a red pen. It's a higher authority, a higher person that hang your rank. A senior officer hangs the ranks of a junior officer. That means he saw me as his leader at the time I was giving him flag in Ogbomoso. It was Governor Ladoja that was holding the structure that they gave to him. I was the only sitting governor at the time. I had powers to influence it negatively. Are you telling me the man that gave you the flag, that gave you red pen, has suddenly become your enemy? What are we talking about? If he has anything against me, let him tell me now. I'm not somebody because you are governor. What is the meaning of governor? With all respect to our brothers. But which governor? Because my first son goes to become governor of Ikiti one day. So I will not have house to enter to. Those going to his government house to collect money, I'm not part of them. I've gone past that level. Governor Makinde should take it easy. When they were contesting in your state, with all respect, I was one giving you information about your senatorial elections, about House of Rep. I never slept all night. In your own election, I was in Ibadan with you. Our place, they said when you kill an animal, when you kill goats, in a couple of hours. If you kill goat now and leave it, before even the day runs out, you won't get rotten. Because Governor Makinde is governor, means what? Means what? If he disrespects us, we will tell him that we have capacity to. Age that is taking away a lot of things. I'm not his mate. It is somebody who has never been governor. You can be saying that too. What is governor? He became governor at 50 or 51. I became governor at 42. I've used governor for everything any man can use governor for. What is governor? Governor, you should use masquerade to beat outside, not inside out. Governor Makinde, how? Please, if he has anything, just let him say it. If he wants peace, he should stop that nonsense. That nonsense. Nonsense. I say it again, nonsense. And I mean every word I'm saying, no, I'm not the character that will go and be fighting you underneath, you not see his hand. These are my hands, so look, very clear hands. Nigerians know that, like somebody was telling me, if Governor Fayose one day is coming, people are saying you want to deflect to the APC. I said, I'm not only cutting this line off you, I will block your line. Don't ask me stupid questions. I'm a responsible Nigerian. I'm over 60. I would rather go, I will do this PDP again, I will stay inside my house. Not what we eat makes us fat. The abundance of a man does not consist of the things he possesses. What is important is for my children to come tomorrow and attest to the good works I've done in my little way. We can't finish it all. When we are born in the same family, I will be older than Governor Makinde by 10 years. Even if I'm not governor, I should be respected. I am a respectable figure in this country. Forget every other story any other politician might say. Even when I was supporting Governor Makinde, Governor Fayemi in Ekiti, I told them I can never join APC in my life. It was Governor Onida that disrespected me. And I work for Governor Fayemi. I'm not afraid, though. I'm not looking for anything. If Governor Makinde continues to disrespect me like this, I will work against him. Please, get it very clear. If I don't do politics again, I'm not following multitude to tell lies. So I don't operate on that. I operate on. You know where you are with me. If my son misbehaves, I will tell my son the story of how I married the mother. That is it. Oh. If Governor Makinde wants to hear the history of how he became governor, we will tell him. Please, ask another question.
That was quite insightful. Thank you. Now, still speaking about PDP, we've seen in the race for the presidential governorship, or in the race of the 2023 election, we have seen some PDP members become to APC, and like the rumors that Governor Wike, like I said, Governor Wike probably wants to decamp as well. There are rumors that probably even former President Jonathan.
If you talk about Wike decamping, I will stop this conversation with you. With the contribution of Wike in this country, with the way Wike has spoken to power. So is he going to go and meet Amechi? Because I don't understand. So there are certain questions they should not ask them. We can decamp to APC. To do what, sir? What will he to I don't understand how to answer that question. And let me ask you questions. Let me say this to you. That kind of decamping or anything you call it has shown the level of decay in our body politics. It has just shown. I chop here today, I will chop there tomorrow. And who are the people that has decamped? With all respect, the two people they are saying decamp in the West, you know them, they have decamped. They didn't decamp from PDP. They decamped from elsewhere. Maybe something has come up again to rub their shoulder, rub their palms to encourage. Come. They have come, and they have go. So we're used to that.
I said that Dr. is not going to APC.
A two-term governor of Ogun State. With all respect, two-term governor of Ogun State. Ogun State is not a Ekiti. The internally generated revenue of Ogun State is close to 10 billion. The internally generated revenue of Ekiti is about 300 million. What is that governor? What does he need? I am 61, going to be 61 now. If my lifetime is given, for instance, it's about 80 years, I've spent 2/3 of my time. What value do I want to go and add by jumping from one bed to the other? Please, I don't like to give answer to certain people when I see that. There are some things that people.
But were you shocked? Were you shocked as one of the strong men in PDP? Were you shocked when the former governor of Ogun State, Benga, actually decamped to APC?
Governor Daniel, actually originally, let me tell you this story. Maybe Nigerians may not know this. We were with Atiku at George's Hotels. And governor, when they zoned the vice presidentship position to the east, they were thinking SGF secretary to the federal government will come from the west. Myself, Diola Feso, and one other, Governor Daniel called us that we should please go and impress it on Atiku so that he will keep his promise for him when he becomes the president. And in all sincerity, we went to do that. We saw Atiku around 3 a.m. We waited because we want Governor Daniel interest to be conveyed. Myself, Diola Feso, and one other. I didn't rub shoulders. I didn't say I should be. No, at that time I was still a sitting governor. The same Governor Daniel that issued the release on the day of the primaries of Atiku that my candidate, my president in waiting, blah, 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 without doubt has emerged as the flag bearer. The same Governor Daniel, who was what was his position? He was the DG of his campaign. Suddenly, that is stabbing people. Of what value is a man that stabs you at the back? What value? That was the person Governor Makinde ran to come and be PDP chairman. Governor Makinde ran to him about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, a week after. How can you be celebrating? Governor Daniel quickly did a report. My friends and colleagues, blah, 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 I have been taken. Are you getting married? Is he getting married? I have been taken by APC. The 3 governors came to meet me at home. If he were not to be a governor before, I would have understood. I mean, those things are strange. I find them very strange. And the next thing I've been taken. Before you are taken, you are already with them. It's somebody who has had 6 children for a man. He said you have been taken. Before uncle. So let me just say that we need certain levels of honor. We need certain levels of principle. We need it if we are going to have a country. This is not about Daniel. It's not about me. It's about principles and living by example for a generation. Daniel was one of the most respected governors in the PDP in the past. When inordinate ambition takes you out of your respect, too bad. The moment they say I come from this PDP, Nigerians must not respect me again. The moment I jump out of this track, even if PDP didn't win election, I will abide with the PDP. I don't have a personal problem with President Buhari. When I wanted to contest, all of them dangle carrots and table and that one. When my candidate was to contest in 2018, my brother, if you have done it, you have been stories today. No, it's not everything. It's not about food. The moment you are 60, you are semi-gone. You are semi-gone. So take it easy. The children you think you are amazing words for self. It is the Bible says you don't know even if they will be mad children that will appreciate your wealth for what? Most Nigerians now have amassed to so much wealth that we have no brain again. They cannot walk on the street. I am just going to let you know that talking about people decamping, I don't think is honorable at all times. It's not honorable. And what value can they add? What value? There's a time we have to step aside as leaders. Me, at a certain age, you have to step aside and step away. Otherwise, the younger generation will just tell you you are usurping our time.
But do you think the PDP can produce the next president in 2023? Do you think the party is strong enough?
By the grace of God, let me tell you, if they ask President Buhari a year to his ascension, he would tell you, he actually said he was not contesting anymore. Have you forgotten? He said that he was not going to contest after the third term had gone. We are not God. Power of ascension belongs to God. Some people are struggling today. I have seen something in this country, let me tell you. And I will go as far as I can remember. Do you remember President Buhari, President Shagari?
Yes.
I don't know how old you are, but you are a young man. President Shagari was going to be senator. He never said he wants to be president. Austerity brought him. They had to change his form and put him as president. Go and find out. President Yaradua never said he wants to be president.
Yeah.
And with one president, let me go to President Obasanjo. Obasanjo never said he wants to be president. He was actually in prison. All the people jolting for that position were either banned by Babangida or annulled or this. Obasanjo was in prison. They went to bring him. That is how power could get. This Yaradua, late President Yaradua, President Obasanjo sent me to him. I went to his house. I was a chairman Presidential Selection Committee in 2006. It was at that point Baba said I should go and meet the Yaradua. He was then governor. Then Yaradua doesn't come to Economic Council or Council of States all the time because of his ill health. When I got to his house, we were relating with Odili and all of them until Baba told us to stop. That committee, I was there. Ibori was a member. Former Governor Guje was a member, and all that. I was the chairman. When I got to Yaradua's house, I met Tanimu. Tanimu, he was later became a special advisor. He was seated at his feet. They were the only two people I saw in the sitting room. I told him, Baba said, you should fill a form, you should make a letter of intent and all that. He said, no, I don't want to contest. No. I don't have energy for that. Except if I'm in my house, they give it to me. I went to report to Baba. At that time, it was Governor Masari of Castina that wants to be governor of Castina. If Yaradua Baba had promised Masari that he will be governor. It was the emergence of Governor Yaradua, Governor Yaradua as president, that he now favored the then governor, Chema. That is how power can get. And Yaradua, that was not ready, became president at the prompting of President Obasanjo. All the people that wanted to be president never made it. They never made it. Look at President Buhari too. He has given up. He never thought of it. That is how power gets. Don't say never. Don't judge the book by its cover. Don't imagine. You see, what you are seeing today, one event in this country can reorder the whole system.
Then still speaking of power, speaking of power, I mean, there have been news, there have been rumors actually, there have been speculation that APC may shield the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, as a presidential candidate after Buhari. And also, seeing that you have been identified with Bola Tinubu, what do you think about Bola Tinubu being shielded as the president? And most especially, what's your relationship with Asiwaju?
You said I've been identified with Bola Tinubu. If I get you right,
yeah.
I have former governor Ahmed Bola Tinubu in the last 3 years. And I've never spoken with him. I've spoken with him on the phone once. So I don't know how they are tying the relationship politically, because to the best of my knowledge, I'm not a member of APC. I have no influence on how he will become if he wants to become. I have no interest. The only interest I have is that a PDP president must be produced. If you miss it, in 2017, I did a video. It was not even a video. Somebody recorded while we were talking to the press. And I couldn't remember the issues that led to that question by the press. And they asked questions about Bola Tinubu. And I said, Bola Tinubu is a leader in the West. That is a statement of fact. I equally said, most of the persons made by Bola Tinubu were betrayed him. That is a statement of fact. Because even small me here, I was betrayed by men I thought were my own men. If comments about Bola Tinubu has now turned me to his person, then good luck to the sayers, the hearers. I have no apologies. We are not in politics to kill an APC man. And we are not in the politics of to kill a PDP man. The fact that I just spoke well about Wike now, what I've said about Governor Wike are statements of fact that nobody should discuss whether Wike wants to come to APC with me, because it goes to no sense. So for somebody to now say and manipulate my comments, the governor of Bauchi is a PDP governor. What I have for him, I've said it. Makinde, a PDP governor, I can't be scared of anything. I say my mind. If this country exists for the enjoyment of all of us, for the peace of all of us, we will not be talking about is APC, is PDP. Don't you see the smooth transition in Ghana? Don't you see the way they relate? Why is our own different? A PDP man cannot attend function with APC. APC man cannot greet PDP man. How can we continue like that? It shows level of hypocrisy.
But if
you greet Yaya Bello now, they said you are already in APC. I don't understand that. If you greet, I call any APC governor that I want to call. They were one time my colleagues. I might be traveling to your state, and I want you to know that I'll be coming to that state. Can you please provide accommodation and a few logistics to take me from the airport? Does that turn me to be an APC person? That's reckless. I'm not here. Asiwaju is my enemy. No. I'm not going to still say it. He's a Nigerian who has made his own marks. I'm a Nigerian that have made my own marks. Wike, a Nigerian that has made his own marks. Everybody has his own level and his own style, and we should respect. We cannot be the same. And we can't be in the same political party. Go ahead.
But do you think Bola Ashwaju Tinubu has a chance or has a shot of becoming the next president of Nigeria? Looking at
there are two stages to presidency. You must first of all win the primaries of your party to become the flag. Abi?
Yes.
Do I have a say in that? Don't have. If you say he has a chance, that is with APC. If they give him ticket, he becomes their flag bearer for Nigerians to decide, not a Fayose. So if I stay here and be commenting about Ashwaju Amesko, maybe you don't know if God says I will be the president. What will you say? Don't know. You never can tell what tomorrow holds for you. So I am not here to castigate anyone, and I'm not here to market anyone. I am a PDP man. I remain the PDP man. I'm a welfare and well-being and a secured Nigeria.
And then finally, sir, Dr. Fayose, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, finally.
Have you abandoned your ambition of also contesting for presidency? I mean, what's next for you?
Next? Even our party has not set the direction. The party needs to set the direction. If the party says it's going to the east, why do I have to carry luggage again? I won't do that. If the party says it's the north, I don't have the pass to say anything. But I'm telling you, the office of the president is a noble one. I would love to serve as the president of Nigeria if the opportunity permits. And I have.
All right. Thank you so much for your time once again. And to our viewers, thank you so much for your time and for also viewing this interview session with the two-time governor of Ekiti State and PDP strongman. And we are glad that you tuned in. The interview is going to be on our platforms on Zoom, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on our YouTube channels. My name is Ademola Olonilua. Thank you so much, Dr. Peter Fayose, once again for your time. We really enjoyed your insights.
Peter the Rock. God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful